Hi. Just before the audio starts, wanted to let you know I got a Patreon. So if you enjoy my content, there's a link in the description. For only $5 a month, you will get access to exclusive audios. I upload one every single time I upload a YouTube audio. You also get access to weekly polls to help decide what Friday's audio will be. This audio is courtesy of a such poll. And you get access to a Discord with a bunch of lovely, lovely people. They're extremely nice, legitimately. Very nice people. And I occasionally do stuff in the Discord. Might do something tonight. I don't know. We'll see. Also, this audio is a little different. A bit spooky, we'll say. Bit of a spooky themed audio. It is October, so. No content warnings, though. Nothing is explicitly said, so if you were worried about that, we're all good. For the most part, we should be. Anyway, without further ado, enjoy the audio. Well, hello there, officer. How may I be of assistance to you? Yes, I assumed you were here to ask me questions. It's what you're all here for, isn't it? Well, go on. Ask away. Oh, it's nothing. It's just... You're all so... samey. When do we get the real meat and potatoes of this? Why do you all ask the same questions, hoping to sift through any words I might give you for just nuggets of information? Get creative, get bold, see what you can really wring out of me. Come on now. All of you are so banal, so tiring. Where's the gusto? Where's the originality? None of you are making this fun. Ooh, there we go. Straight into it then, aren't we? Did I do it? Well, that's a question. May I answer your question with a question, officer? What fun would there be if I outright said it? Oh, come now. Well, here's what would happen if I were a bit more libertarian with view of the scant details. You would find out a lot of very specific information. And then, if I were totally honest with certain things, or maybe not, who knows, then I would just be sent to jail. And this dingy cell is already bad enough, let alone a cell with all those barbaric, disgusting criminals. Oh, the smell alone will drive me wild. No, this is much more fun. See, if I'm going into prison, which is seeming more and more likely, but, you know, I still have a few things up my sleeve. If I am going to prison, I want you to earn it. I want you to earn throwing me in that jail cell, because I know there's nothing you'd enjoy more than to see my face behind rods of metal. To know that you're the officer that put me away. You're just like the rest of them. There isn't an original bone in your body. See, that's the problem with living life so regularly. Where's the originality? Where's the fun? Why do something that someone has done before you but better? Why do something that you know you'll never be the best at? Why do something so predictable? When you could be original, when you could use the gifts God gave you for something truly magical. What would have happened then? See, on a normal basis, I could have become the options are practically limitless. An engineer. Perhaps I would have made a breakthrough, invented a new electric toothbrush. Perhaps I would have become a professor, educating the younger minds in a new, inspiring yet oh so similar future generation. The same mindless, unintelligent, unoriginal people. It's just a cycle. Everyone says, oh, this generation is this, that generation is that. We're all the same. We just react to different stimuli in different ways. If we were all switched around, all raised in different situations, we'd all come out the same. If the baby boomers were raised just like the Gen Z was, they'd come out like Gen Z kids. You're not original. You're not different. You're the same. I think a lot about this, officer. I think quite a bit about these types of things. It's fun to occupy your mind with certain things, I must say, but sometimes I just look at myself in the mirror. Oh, it's like I could feel my brain splitting. I love it, but it hurts. Challenging my mind, making it bloom and blossom, flourish in such instrumental and unique ways, pathways being unlocked that most people don't even consider existing. It's such a magical feeling. Truly pushing yourself into an avenue you didn't even know was there. If you take the same route home every day, there are neighborhoods you've never even discovered. Children you've never even seen play. Husbands, wives, families you don't even know exist, yet they sit right outside your proximity. The information is right there, yet you are none the wiser. Doesn't it drive you crazy that some people fit so neatly into a pattern, like mice, just turning the wheel, running for no reason, just for a bit of cheese and water, and then getting right back on the wheel, making it turn and turn and turn and turn. Isn't that enough to just drive you wild? Right? Not everyone's like me. Not everyone's willing to accept the banal nature that they're willing to force upon us. Some are willing to say they were built for it. They may not be doing great things, but they feel fulfillment. It's an illusion. It's disgusting. Some people, they make excuses. They say all these things because they're pursuing something that makes them feel good. You're not doing a single thing original. You are a ripple in someone else's splash. There are millions of things that caused you to be the way you are, and they existed far before you did. I didn't really answer your question, did I? Silly me. Well, now that we've got you off your little paper there, any questions for me personally, officer? Hmm? Well, I was raised on a farm in Louisiana. It was nice. It was quiet. Left me time to think. Time to really process things. I'd often work in the fields with my mother and father, but more often than not, I'd find myself just in the barn after tending to the animals, laying and just thinking, letting my brain grow, letting the neurons spread like a wildfire through damp grass, struggling at some points, but still making that progress, because there is still fuel that is still tender. He can still be burnt. I always thought normal people, people who call themselves normal, it's such a skewed vision, isn't it? It's such an idea that fits so neatly into this little box. It doesn't challenge you. We devolve into this monotony. This idea that we're only good at one thing. And that one thing has to be established. Why? Why can't we thrive in the unknown? I'll tell you why. Fear. It is pervasive. It infiltrates everything we do. It keeps us aligned, but also blinds us. It strips back any remnants of a real person and just makes us all these husks. You want to know what the problem with society is today? It's that. We have all just sorted ourselves into these groups, calling us one of them. We love to feel accepted. We love to feel compassion for one another. And we especially love it when they're like us. But there is something wrong with that. If they're like you, who's going to challenge you? If you surround yourselves with other clones of your specific genome, who will help you evolve? If rodents stuck with rodents their entire lives, and didn't experiment, didn't try to see what else could happen, do you think we would have bats? No. All rodents would be on the floor, looking for scraps, bugs, whatever they could find. Now because one single rodent was brave enough to jump off a cliff and see if it could live. Did it. Got to fly out of the air. Fell, but lived. It realized it discovered something new. So it kept going, spreading its arms further and further. And it kept going. And then the genes spread, that idea of, I can do this. It further diluted. It spread. It grew. Suddenly the next generation, longer arms, practically webbed for more air resistance. They could get 2, 3, 4 flies out of the air before hitting the ground. Further, 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 until one day we have bats. It's beautiful. Yet we rely so much in these casual comforts. We've designed a world that is stunting growth, that is stunting our minds from flourishing and being what they are. The world needs people like me, officer. The world needs creatures like me. Because if it doesn't have them, nothing will stir the pot and the soup will go cold. Nothing will change. We will dive deeper and deeper into this monotony. And eventually one day, we'll all wake up and realize how pitiful it is. And the next thing you know, we're all losing our minds and devolving into pure I got off topic again, didn't I? Go on, ask another question. Ooh, getting a bit creative, I see. There you go. Which 17th? I know, but you could be talking about a different year. Okay, alright, just making sure. You have to be careful with what sort of information you pass. Because you never know what I could be talking about. See, that's the thing about the human language. It's so complex and has so many facets to it. How does one hope to decipher the true meaning of another? How does one person ever feel that they truly understand the other? When all we are is just interpreting things through our tinted glasses. Everyone has their own tint. You can't help it. So why fight it? Why pretend you understand your friend? You have no idea what they're thinking right now. No one ever does. When they say they do, they don't. I have strived for so long to fill this void. Fill it with friends, pretend I understand them and I'm there for them when they cry. Yet it all felt so hollow. So soul-crushing. To put on this mask and pretend, parade around, pretending I'm human, when in reality, I feel so hollow. So one day I stopped. I started doing something different. Oh, I can't tell you what that is. That would give you too much information. Remember, we're trying to make this fun. I started experimenting with various, we'll call it activities. Running my own experiments with myself and occasionally with others. It was revitalizing. The freedom I felt. It was beautiful. So many people pretend that they're okay when they are missing out on this experimentation. Because one day you can find what I found. You can find that little nook that you didn't even think that was there. But it brings you what God has promised you. And it is beautiful. Martha would agree, if she was still around. Oh, that wasn't one of the names of the victims, was it? Oh, no. What did I say? If I were to give you the last name, that'd make things too easy, wouldn't it? Her name was Martha, in her 20s. Maybe had a kid, maybe didn't. Perhaps married, perhaps divorced. Brown hair. That's all you get. Oh, if you look into that, you will find a daisy chain of information. Officer, this is so much bigger than the 4 main victims. Remember the experimentation I was talking about shortly? This is what the experimentation was for, pushing the boundaries to see if something like this could even be achieved. And here we are. We are in a new era because of me. And there's nothing to stop it. What happened, happened. And maybe more's happening now. Perhaps every minute you spend talking to me is another minute wasted. Oh yes, goodbye, officer. It was lovely talking to you. Oh, it's nothing. I just remembered a joke. Oh, you wouldn't get it. Or maybe you will. Eventually.